Good morning. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. So I'm in a new space, so I'm gonna get kind of see how I like it. Going back downstairs again. So this is a new space. It is Saturday. I hope y'all are doing fantastic. I'm going to do a reading with the Barbieri Tarot this morning, and the radiant ways for clarifying. I'll move it over here. You should be able to see the cards a little better with this setup. Right here. But so let's get started. What do we need to know today? What's going on? What is going on? Let's see. What do the cards want to tell us? Present or current situation. Ooh, the sun, like it. Present influence. The Fool. We had that yesterday. We've had that recently, if not yesterday. Real recent. Future influence. Six of Cups. We don't see Ace of Cups. Okay, my cards are all wonky. Unexpected. King of Swords. What is that? Challenge. Queen of Wands. Strength. Two of Pentacles. Where does this lead? Temperance. Ten of Swords. And Knight of Wands. I like the Knight of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands. Which really, talks about you seeing things coming together, which makes sense, having that sun in the current situation and the Fool in the present influence. It's like, okay, things are happening the way I want. Okay, I'm going to do one more advice. I want to pull the advice before I get moving. Okay. So seeing that, I mean, that's really nice energy, honestly. Yeah, I was just seeing how many more majors we have, but the joy, the happiness. So it feels like things might be looking up, and it comes from something new, like jumping into something completely new. Let's take a look at this. And I like this Fool. It's a little more lighthearted. Doesn't feel as, I don't know. There's something about that Fool that makes me, it feels like a beginning, but it doesn't necessarily feel strange. Well, it's very comfortable where, and that's what the Fool is, though, really, realistically. It's about not worrying so much. So tell us about the Fool first. What is the Fool? That was the Four of Swords. I think it's been upside down for a while. Or whatever, upside down, backwards, reverse. Okay, tell me about the Fool, please. Okay, Page of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. So this does feel like, okay, well, I think like we had the Page of Cups, we did in advice, didn't we? The Six of Pentacles, so the Page of Cups is a message, could be a gift. Six of Pentacles is about either the give and take or being in a position to be able to give. The Queen of Pentacles is kind of like the, if, work related or home related, it feels very like leveling up here. So I do feel like this new beginning is coming from some kind of offer or message because of some, the give and take. So think about this as, if it's work or something, then you're doing everything that's asked of you, right? So you're doing everything you can to give to your job. And I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is you actually leveling up. It doesn't have to be male or female. It doesn't matter. It's more like that leveling up energy. And because you're in this position right now, you're able to understand that you can take a new direction. You can go in a new direction with that Fool. The Fool is an influence. Now, because of this Fool influence, this new beginning, this new idea, whatever this is to you, but it comes from literally, I feel like either there was some kind of message that realized what you have to give to a situation, and it empowered you with that Queen of Pentacles. And with that, you feel like, okay, I can jump in. And because of that feeling, it's bringing in a lot of joy right here. What is the Sun here? And I like the joy. So embrace that. If you're feeling joyful today, really embrace that. Um, what is the Sun, please? Page of Swords, Ace of Cups, and the Empress. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. The Page of Swords could be about learning about something for sure. And the Ace of Cups is a new beginning. And it kind of is coincides with that Page of Cups too, because it could be an offer. And the Empress, I think you're feeling definitely, um, I feel like you're being taken care of. So there's something happening here that's, it's because of your hard work, because we go back to that Fool and the clarifiers with that Fool. Because you've been doing the work, you're feeling like, okay, I finally get something back from that. That's the Empress feeling there. And I like it. It's joyful. Now, this feels a lot like work to me, but there is some relationship cards happening here too, as well. I was moving all this stuff around and at my lower back. It's like, sometimes you gotta act your age, but I will never do that. So, Six of Cups is in the future influence, which, and the Six of Cups is facing this. So I feel like this could be a message or a gift. Okay, instead of being from the past, it could be a gift from the universe where there's, something coming in, because I feel like with it looking at this now, it also could be you determining how, by looking at the past, how to move forward, which is just, we do that a lot. And anytime we take on a new project, anything new. But I do feel like you're looking at that. I feel like this card is good card. I feel like even regardless if it's the past or I don't know. I feel like you're looking at this going, feel like this is what I want. And it yeah, that's what the way I feel about that card. Like you're looking at the situation and say, this is what I want. So it feels to me this is exactly what you want. Now, what is the Six of Cups, please? Oh, the Devil, Three of Cups. Yeah, there's some kind of new opportunity coming from something probably from the past because of the Devil too. So, but what's happening here is the celebration of this new opportunity. I feel like someone may give you a congrats that is from your past and say, wow, good job, wonderful, all of these good things. It's a celebration, it's a new beginning. Goes with the Fool too. So there is a feeling of, I feel like it's more recognition than the Six of Cups beat, but it comes from maybe someone from your past or someone that you were tied to a little bit with that Devil card. We got the Ace of Cups in what we don't see. So this is also a new beginning. I also feel like that's fresh. Like, yeah, it feels fresh to me. Not just a new beginning, but a fresh new beginning. Clean, no, no crap. Different. Tell me about this Ace of Cups, please. Emperor, Seven of Pentacles, and the Sun. I feel like maybe there might be someone that is seeing you happy, that you've taken kind of control and you've done the work, and now they see the joy. And I feel like that's the spark, that Ace of Cups, that someone might be feeling, not necessarily, I don't necessarily want to go the love route, but they're feeling like they're looking at you in a very loving way, regardless, because you're you're doing what you anticipate. Like you took control. The Seven of Pentacles, you played it out, and then the Sun, you are now reaping the joy. Someone is admiring you for that. And that's where also I feel like it's fresh. So there's something very fresh happening here. And it may be just your attitude or the way you're doing things is just a fresh new way. It feels very clean to me. Like I'm keep getting this very clean, fresh, new, but not necessarily different. New in the respect that it's, I mean, new in the respect that it could be something similar, but you're handling it differently. We have the King of Swords and the unexpected. Now, this definitely could be someone, but it also could be you like going, okay, I know what I want to do going forward. I want to see this. It's in the unexpected. So we're not expecting this energy. So part of me doesn't feel like, it feels more like this is someone. And I would say a masculine energy, not necessarily male or female, but more of a masculine, someone that's more in control, takes control. Tell me about this King of Swords, please. Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Knight of Wands. This is, yeah, this could be someone that is important to you. So there, I feel like that could be also the Ace of Cups. This person, is really recognizing what you've done. Again, back the Nine of Pentacles is a lot like the Queen of Pentacles. Two of Cups, would be someone that you know or have had some kind of closeness with. And I feel like the Knight of Wands, what the unexpected piece in, they're either coming in like with messages, or maybe you go see this person, or they're coming in to see you. There's something here that feels just very like a movement coming in. We've got the Knight of, oh, that's the Knight of Cups. I thought that was the Knight of Wands. But I do feel like, yeah, there's something really happening here. And that was the Judgment on the bottom of the deck at that time. So here we got the Queen of Wands as our challenge. There may be something here where you want to be careful about being too excited, and you're struggling with that. Like you want to hold it in a little bit. Like you're going, I'm really excited about this, but I don't want to get excited and then be disappointed or something to that nature. But it's like you're stifling your excitement. Tell me about this. That's the challenge. I want to be excited, but I don't want to get disappointed. And I feel like every time I get excited, I get disappointed. Something like that kind of feeling, if that makes sense. Tell me about this Queen of Wands. High Priestess, yeah, Five of Swords, and the Moon. Yeah, you want to make sure everything's clear for sure. The High Priestess saying, you know that something in the past was not honest or good, or there was some kind of conflict, or and when I see the Five of Swords, it's more about dishonesty or someone not telling you everything. And then we have the Moon, which is the unclear. So that's why you're stifling that joy, and that's the challenge is, how do I get past this? How do I get past knowing that something wasn't right? And if I would say, and I had advice, it would be just be clear that you understand what's happening. The Two of Pentacles is in the Strength, though. So either there's someone coming in that didn't have room before, or you're making room for more things. So let's take a look at this Two of Pentacles. When I say making room for more things, a lot of times when we have a lot on our plate, we don't see how we can fit it all in. The Two of Pentacles is about balancing everything so that we can fit it in. Taking a look at how we can fit it in. Two of Pentacles, please, in the Strength. Six of Pentacles, King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. So that's interesting. Yeah, this could be that King of Swords. I feel like for some of you, this is, yeah, they're having time to give to you now, or they have made time, and that's the King of Swords. And I feel like they're seeing like what you do. So whoever this person is, whether it's a relationship or a boss or a friend or a family member, they're seeing all your accomplishments here. Again, the Queen of Pentacles has come up and clarifying twice. So you're really accomplishing a lot right now. And it's important that you identify that you're accomplishing a lot as well, because that, is very helpful. The Temperance is what comes next, or where this all leads. And the Temperance is about emotional balance. But, there's also alchemy here. There's also a little bit, sometimes the Temperance can be about addiction, just like the Devil. To some degree, it can be. I've seen it come up in situations where, if you have something in your life that if you do readings ever, and it always comes up as the devil. The temperance is the softer side of that devil. You know, I have a reading where I get the devil a lot, or a situation in my life where the devil will usually come up. And when the situation is better, it comes up as the temperance instead. So it's a softer side to that attachment. And I do feel like there's an energy of, you know, things just kind of coming together. Now, I think it's weird that there's the Ten of Swords here because something is coming to an end. However, we've got the Knight of Cups coming in. So something is coming to an end, but this brings in the Knight of Cups, which is to me an offer. So let's take a look at the Ten of Swords to see what that is talking about. What is the Ten of Swords? It may, let's see if we can figure what's ending here. Make more sense on what's ending. Tell me about the Ten of Swords, please. King of Pentacles this time, Magician, Ten of Cups. So there's something here that, you know, we had that Five of Swords, and this time, I picked up a card. This time, I feel like showing up as the King of Pentacles. The Magician here is going back to that Five of Swords, where there's something that you're unsure of if someone's being completely honest. And I feel like what is ending here is the hiding of a relationship. So if someone feels a certain way about you and they're not speaking up, I feel like that's going to change because that leads to the Knight of Cups. And let's clarify that Knight of Cups and make sure that we're on the right track here. That's the way it feels. And it doesn't mean that there's going to be some kind of, you know, new love interest, but someone's going to be honest with you. So the deceit is coming to an end, is what's coming to an end there. What is the Knight of Cups? Tell me about this Knight of Cups. Judgment, Moon, and Ten of Swords. Whoa, interesting. So there is a feeling of renewal here. And I feel like, again, we're going back to there is going to be clarity on some kind of what's come to an end. This is interesting. I feel like the Knight of Cups is a good card regardless. And it's just interesting with these clarifiers. So having that judgment, there's like a renewal here, but there's still something uncertain. And again, I feel like it's the uncertainty that's coming to an end. This could be news coming in from somebody, or a conversation, or a gift. Again, the gift can be as simple as now you understand something, and something is now clear to you, which it wasn't maybe not so long ago. Maybe very recently it wasn't clear to you. Our advice here is the Four of Swords, which says don't, right? I want to make sure because the Four of Swords and the Judgment look the same to me in this deck. It's really about the, you know, it's not saying to necessarily, I feel like, yeah, we all need to heal all the time. We can talk about healing till the end of time. But this is, I feel like, more about making sure that you're in a good place. I mean, yeah, healing, but more of a take a moment, slow the energy down. I don't feel like there's a ton of fast energy, but we did get a clarifier of Knight of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups. Those are fast, but the rest is not so much. But I feel like it's making sure that you're in a good place to move forward. I feel like this Fool is really good energy. So we want to make sure that nothing clogs it. And I feel like that's what the Four of Swords is asking you, just to be, you know, take a step back, be in a place where you feel really good about yourself so that you can say, you know what, that's it. I'm okay. Like I know that I can move forward in this situation and really go ahead and move forward in that situation. So let's pull let's pull a couple more cards. Yeah, Six of Swords, the Chariot. I love the Chariot, and the Magician. So yeah, this all is about like you're on the right track, Six of Swords, and you're going for it. You're really moving forward. I feel like this Magician is saying, like, don't lose traction. Understand that you have everything that you need to have to move forward. This is not part of that unclear someone hiding something from you. Because when you have the Six of Swords to the Chariot, those are really good energies, because the Six of Swords is about moving on to something better, better place, coming out of a hard time and going into a better time. Chariot's like full steam ahead. And then the Magician, I feel like it's saying you are going to like shine, almost like shine. Like a magician is also, think of them, they're on stage, right? They're shining, they're showing. So I feel like it's, you got all the tools, show it off. You'll be in a good place right now. I feel like there's something really important happening here that's really going to lift your spirits. And I do. So there you have your reading for today. I hope you liked it. Please hit that thumbs up button. It does help. Take care. Have a beautiful day.